We're going to turn now to a heartbreaking story we've been following for 5 years now. For several years now, the death of 5-year-old AJ Freund, who was beaten to death by his mother in 2019. Today, a DCFS worker was sentenced for failing to protect the child. NBC5's Regina Waldrop is in Crystal Lake with more on what happened in court and reaction from neighbors.
Please take him into custody.
For some, it's the final chapter in a ghastly case.
You know, it was all just such a tragedy, and I'm glad that people are held accountable.
Today, Carlos Acosta, a former DCFS caseworker, learned his fate. Acosta was found guilty of child endangerment in the case of 5-year-old AJ Freund, who was beaten to death in his Crystal Lake home. Acosta was charged alongside his former supervisor at DCFS, Andrew Polovin, who was found not guilty on all of his charges. Before sentencing, a victim impact letter written by AJ's maternal grandmother was read by one of the prosecutors.
Carlos Acosta was his child advocate. DCSF, Department of Children and Family Services. You had the opportunity to take action and do the right thing.
Acosta also addressed the court, apologizing and asking for leniency.
A day does not go by where I do not regret and feel remorse over the loss of AJ.
Lake County Associate Judge George Strickland sentenced Acosta to 6 months in jail, 30 months probation, 200 hours of community service, and ordered him to make a $1,000 donation to the McHenry County Children's Advocacy Center.
When we have heightened duties where child welfare is implicated, we simply have to fulfill those duties.
AJ died in April 2019 after being beaten by his mother, Joanne Cunningham. She's serving a 35-year sentence for his murder. The boy's father was sentenced to 30 years in prison for covering it up. Back in AJ's old neighborhood, memories of his short life remains.
I think about how old AJ would be now. He'd be 10, and I think about his brother and his sister who wasn't even born.
In 2020, the home where AJ lived his short but tumultuous life was demolished. Reporting from Crystal Lake, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.